Hey everybody, how the heck are ya? I'm Fastidious, and these are my monkeys. Welcome to my channel. It is days 149 and 150 in the free-to-play series. Today was gonna be the coolest episode. We had 4 Sacred Shards. We have a 2x on Sacred, so double chance to get a Legendary Champion, and a 10x on Duchess, who I think is my most coveted non-void champion in the whole game. So it was gonna be amazing. I pulled 4 Sacred Shards. I recorded a really nice, really great video. I took about 45 minutes away from my vacation to do all that, check everything out, and the camera wasn't on, it wasn't filming, so I had to just refilm it. You're gonna see it now. I still think it's pretty good, pretty informative. I'll catch you up on all the champions we did, in fact, pull, all 4 of them. I say all like we pulled 100 Sacred Shards. And yeah, we're gonna go over the Arbiter missions as well. We are so close. Arbiter will be completed, mark my words, within the next 3 days, and that's kind of crazy. All right, guys, let's hop on in.
Fastidious.
Fastidious.
Here we go, guys. It is days 149 and 150 in the free-to-play series, and I have to re-record this entire video right now, and I'm flippin' pissed. A bit of housekeeping. I'm still in Costa Rica, for anyone who didn't know, but as you can tell by the monkeys behind me, I have relocated to the jungle. Good news is I'm outside of the city, which means maybe no more earthquakes. That was pretty scary. However, bad news, apparently the Wi-Fi, the outlets aren't as good here. I don't know, but the last video, I just recorded the whole thing. It was like 32 minutes long. I pulled 4 Sacred Shards, and that was not recorded. So I hope you guys will, humor me here in that I'm gonna give you a recap on everything I give you a recap on, our missions progress, dungeons progress, whatever tournaments are going on right now. And I'll show you what we got from those 4 Sacred Shards that you now don't get to see, which is a really big waste of content, but I'm sorry. I'm frustrated as well, I promise. But this is gonna be a little more fast-paced than that long ambulatory video I just made. All right, let's hop right into it. We gotta talk missions. What I did in the last video is we had just cleared stage 17 of Dragon 10 times on auto, stage 17 or higher. So we were doing stage 25, which we have been farming. Before that was the Ice Golem. When I streamed, I believe it was on Thursday, was my last stream when I did all that spider progress. For anyone who missed it, I will show you in 1 second. However, we were trying to see how high we could push in the spider's den, and people asked on stream, how high can you go in Ice Golem? And I didn't know. We were at 21 before, I believe, and then when I had to do those 10 runs of 17 or higher, I wanted to see how high I could push, and I reached 24. I actually haven't tried 25, but I'm pretty sure I can't do it. The reason is, the only reason my team kind of works is because of the boy Fenax, and I'm running, you see this blue thing here on team setup. I am doing an AI override so that Fenax only uses his A1. His A1's an amazing move. It hits insanely hard. I think it comes out to like a 6.2 multiplier if he lands both hits. He will always get both hits if there's a debuff out there, and there's always a debuff out there because we run a lot of debuffs. Hits crazy hard, and then enemies killed by this skill can't be revived. That's amazing when it comes to the little minions, the ads that come along with the Ice Golem. And I want to maximize the chance that he gets the kill shot and he uses his A1, so we only have him using his A1. However, he's gonna die pretty fast, I think, when we go to Spider 25 because he's the weak affinity, he is Spirit, and this is Magic, so I just stopped here. But yeah, we're almost at stage 25 there. Maybe I'll try it again, next time we're on stream or something like that. After that, we're gonna have to do this Fire Knight's Castle. Stage 17 or higher, we're gonna have to do that 10 times for the Arbiter's missions. I pushed this to, I don't remember when, but I was just testing out, what's her face? Allure. And you see here, I'm running at level 38, only 5 stars. She's not even 6 star, and this is working. So strong affinity for her, and wherever it is, I guess I deleted the comp, but I'm doing another AI overrider where she only uses her A1. Again, this is the move that, this is kind of what butters her bread. We got a triple hitter at random, decreases the target's turn meter by 25% on each crit. I'll show you the build. It's not a very good build, but we did I wanted to go for about 115% crit. For anyone who doesn't know, there's a 15% crit penalty when you go against the weak affinity. She is Magic. Stage 20, not 21, but stage 20 of the Fire Knight is Force. So I was like, let's get her to 115, so she still gets at 100. So as long as she doesn't weak it, she'll get those reductions, and she works beautifully there, even as the weak affinity. You see, I just got like she's not even like tanky at all because she's got terrible base stats because she's only not even level 50, right? But yeah, I just got her some accuracy, got her some crit, got her a little bit of speed. I think eventually when I do 6-star her, because I think I will, because I want to push higher in Fire Knight, I think it's worth it. I will put her in Relentless. I think that should make a big difference. We can take some of that gear off of, maybe some of the faster gear off of Apothecary, I don't know, but for sure take gear off of Cardinal, who I never use at all. But yeah, so I did 21. We did the AI override. I didn't realize this. Maybe you guys did know. Probably you guys did know. I don't know. I just had never needed to encounter it. But stage 21 to 25, the bosses, the dungeon bosses, the turn meter effects are cut in half, right? So instead of doing 25% on the triple hitter, 75% when she lands all 3 hits, it was 12.5% per hit. So 37.5%. So it made it a lot harder, especially when she's only at 181 speed, no Relentless gear. But I'm confident we actually probably can push up to Fire Knight 25. It's just gonna take a couple more weeks. We gotta really build her out correctly. And then Spider, that will be the last one. We have to do 17 or higher 10 times. So for anyone who missed the last video, I'll link to it above me right now. I was stuck at Spider stage 17 for like the longest time. Got Elder Scar, finally when I was able to build him, invest in him. I did a little trial run on stage 18 and then live on stream, we beat 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. We beat all of these on our first try except for stage 24. That took 2 tries. But since then, I've farmed stage 25 like a dozen times now, have yet to fail. Elder Scar is an unbelievable beast. And if I didn't articulate it clearly enough, in my last video, though I think I did. The reason Elder Scar is so special is you are getting the AoE HP burn, which is like, you need that for stage 21 to 25, unless you have like tons of enemy max HP champs and tons of support. But keep in mind that damage they're gonna put out, like the Septimuses of the world, the Royal Guards, the Cold Hearts, Husk, it's gonna be capped at 10%, right? So you kind of need AoE HP burn. So he puts that out. I mean, it's conditional, but it's easy to meet those conditions. I talked about it in my video. Go watch it. However, he also has really nice crowd control, right? When he puts out that AoE HP burn, he's also putting out AoE True Fear. You make him really fast. You basically got 100% uptime on AoE HP burn and AoE True Fear, at least until you kill the Spiderlings. Just make sure not to kill them, and he works like magic. He's insane. And if that's not enough, he's the strong affinity for Spider 25. So he truly is like a god. He's better than Mordecai or something, because you don't even need to book him. You know, it's a 3-turn cooldown on that move. As long as you're meeting the conditions, putting out a lot of debuffs on the Spider Queen, works like a charm. He's fantastic. So that kind of brings us up to date. Let's go into the mission. Sorry if I'm talking fast, but I just wasted like 40 minutes of my vacation filming a video that didn't exist or does not exist now. So let's get through this thing. So we'll do all the 17s. Then I got to put out 75 mil on Nightmare difficulty. That shouldn't be hard. The only issue is they won't let me go straight there. Well, just take my word for it. No, I'll show you. It's Force Affinity right now, which is my worst. However, on Nightmare, I can put up, I think my max is like 26 million on Force Affinity, but more realistically, it's like 19 to 22 million. So as long as we get some consistency there, like 19 plus, we'll be able to 4-key this comfortably. We'll not be able to 3-key this without insane luck or, yeah, I don't know, some kind of good fortune. But I've got the 2 keys there, so should be okay in that department to land those 4 keys today. So I'll clear all this, then we'll do that. And then I've got all the stage 20s, which as you've seen, we can do all of them now. And then finally, we will get the 100 mil on Demon Lord. On the Demon Lord, Nightmare difficulty. So if we get Spirit Affinity, this is in the bag. I've gotten up to 33 million on a key in Spirit Affinity, but like my basement's like 27, 28 million. So that's an easy 4-key. If we get Magic or Force, then it might be tricky. We might have to buy a key or two, or it will line up with the CVC tournament, Clan vs. Clan tournament, where I do get some Clan Boss keys, so that should help us push it over the edge. So I'd say at the latest, we will be getting Arbiter on, I'd say today's Sunday, I would say Tuesday or Wednesday. However, I won't be claiming her. I'm going to save Arbiter, and also I'm going to save Rosin, who I'm basically done with. I'm going to save them for whatever the next fusion is. Keep in mind, the next fusion is not going to be a fragment fusion like Verself was. That's another way we could get a ton of Champ Chase points. We've got him done. The next fusion is going to be either an old school fusion, you know, like Astralon or Herndeg, or, you know, those kind of champions. Or I hope, honestly, I didn't think I would be saying this, but maybe a hybrid fusion like Brogni was, which I think would be fantastic because it was so difficult, but Brogni's so worth it, and I would love another champion who's like just that good. I mean, Herndeg's great, don't get me wrong, but like Brogni, it's another level, right? Ashlon, great. Brogni, that's another level. But yeah, there you go. I will show you, I've got all 4 Rosin champs here. Lich and Bloodfeather are at 5 stars of Ascension already. Torture, Helm, and Aranias are at 4. However, I have all the materials I need to fully ascend them to 5. I'll just wait until I have to do it because I'm probably not going to be fusing Rosin for like another 2 weeks. It's already been 2 weeks now. I'm so eager to get all the stuff we needed for him, and I'm not pulling him, but you gotta save it for the right moment, right? Because we don't desperately need him right now or anything like that. And then all these are level 5, and you see they're getting leveled up in the sparring pit. Rosin will be waiting for us. You're all up to date, so yeah. Champ chase-wise, let's just show you. It's a bummer. I had 4 sacred shards. It was kind of fun to pull them on camera, except the camera wasn't on. But we got the champ chase. So today's day 150, right? So I did get Lordly Legionary, who I talked about in the original recording this video, but even as I was talking about it, I was like, why am I wasting my breath on this guy? This guy, he's got great moves for Fire Knight, but he's the wrong affinity, and he's an attack-based champion, so he's not tanky. Basically, he's got a double hitter on the A1. He's got, on the A2, he's got a decreased speed. Also, the double hitter on the A1 has a chance for heal reduction. So all these are good debuffs for the Fire Knight. However, you can't really count on it because he's the weak affinity, so he can weak hit and not even place those. Then finally, he's got an AoE, continuous heal and reflect damage on the A3. So he's viable, but he's not a great choice. I would much rather have a champion like Fellhound, who's honestly just better, and he's void, and he's easier to build. But if you're super desperate or you love the glowing sword design, go for Lord Legionary. The reason he was useful to us is we got 250 champ chase points. We had about another, I guess, 107 from pulling mystery shards when we were just doing a little champ training the past day. And then we got another 1,000 points. So we had 4 sacred shards, we only got 1,000 points. So you can do the math there, 250 points per epic champion. Obviously, we got all 4 shards were 4 epic champions. I'll show you right now what they are. Luckily, I haven't leveled them, so it's easy to go see. So the first one we got was Chancellor Yasmin. I think she's probably the best pull we got. I don't think I will be booking her anytime soon. Don't worry about that. But I think maybe eventually she's got, let's look here. So she's got an extra hit if the target has no extra buffs, whatever. I mean, there are worse A1s in the world. The A3 comes up to a 75% chance on a fortune cooldown of doing an AoE strip, which is pretty cool, taking all the buffs off enemies and then doing a sleep on all enemies who has at least one, just any buff removed. It's a cool move, a little bit of CC. I mean, it's not the greatest thing in the world, but whatever. I wish this was 100% chance. I mean, why not? It's not like she's so loaded. But the A2, the reason I saved it for last, I think this is the coolest move. So you've got a 40% heal on the target allies based on the target allies max HP, right? So you're healing a target ally by 40% of the max HP. It's 60% if they're under 50%, right? So if they're over 50%, you're basically healing them all the way up full. I mean, maybe if they're at 55, you're only into 95%. That's a healthy heal. And then, if they're under 50%, you get a really fat heal. It's not based off her HP, but that's nice because then you don't really have to build her focusing on HP over defense. So you can build her, more balanced, right? But if that's not enough, this is a 3-turn cooldown, but you see here we get another 25% worth of heals from books. So if you want to do a little math here, this 40% heal, right, you're gonna get 25%, but it's 25% of the 40, right? So you're getting 10% more. 1/4 of 40 is 10%, right? So actually this becomes a 50% heal base. The 60%, you get another 15%. It's actually a 75% heal, so the heals are huge. It's actually a great bonus getting the 25% extra heal because the base heals are so fat. If this was a 15% heal and a 30% heal, the extra 25% is not the biggest deal because it is multiplicative, not additive. However, here you're looking at a 50% heal and a 75% heal. That's tremendous. But what makes her really cool, like Apothecary, she's got these single target heals and they're cycling through rapid speed. So 2-turn cooldown when booked. That was our best pull of the bunch. I think she's cool. Like I said, I don't envision building her anytime soon. But actually, let's look. 12 books. I mean, it's not cheap, but it's not that expensive to do. Our next pull was Hellgazer, who I made sure to mention. This move, Dark Awakening, is really pesky when you fight against her when you're doing campaign farming. If for some reason you can't one-hit her, especially early on in the game, one-shot her and kill her, she will take a turn. She will grant herself an extra turn, so she basically gets 2 turns and just makes your campaign farming runs that much longer. But as a champion, she's super not worth it. Attack and faction crypts, don't care, don't like her. Our next pull was Ripper. I'm sorry you guys aren't gonna see these pulls. Honestly, I am. Ripper, he's a decreased max HP champion, so I guess he's like Scarab King viable, but I don't envision building him, even though I will say Skinwalkers is our weakest faction. He's got Scar for life, attacks on enemy, decreases their max HP by 10% of the damage inflicted. I'm not sure about his multipliers. Double hitter here, damage increases as the target's HP decreases, so if you need to just snipe someone up as their HP is going down, you're going to be hitting harder and harder. Finally, Heavy Slam, probably the coolest move, I guess, but it's a 5-turn cooldown, cannot be booked down. Not that I would suggest you waste your books on this guy anyway. You do get a 25% damage bonus, which is a significant amount. Single target though, 50%. We'll ignore 50% of the target's defense. I mean, that's nice. Throw him in Cruel Gear, Savage Gear if you really want. and then decreases their max HP by 30% of the damage inflicted. So the ignore defense is nice. Again, I wish I knew the multipliers in this guy, but honestly I don't, because I'm not going to build this guy. Who cares? And then what is this, a crit rate aura? Force ally crit rate in all battles. If you're using that aura, you are desperate. However, I guess we could use him as our lead in Skinwalkers and then run this guy, Horfreeze the Tusk, who actually we already got her. Of course, we got the extra copy. I think it was from the Summon Rush back in the day. Or no, this was the champ training event during the Hernig Fusion, so we got an extra copy, but I guess we got a book for her. Cool champion, double res here on a 5-turn cooldown. Maybe we'll get really lucky and this dupe will immediately book this down. Increase attack, increase crit, increase crit, whatever, Burly Bash, we got a chance to stun. You got to kind of book this girl to make her worthwhile, but the res, only real res in all of the, not counting Rain Beast, this is the only, active skill res that you get in the entire faction for Skinwalker, so it's a great champion, but we already have her, so whatever. So we had bad luck. However, as I recapped in the first take of this, we've had crazy luck lately. We have gotten 12 legendary champions we've accumulated now. Of course, a handful of these are fusions, but since the last 2x on Sacred Shards, we pulled Genzen. We pulled him during that 2x. Then during I think it was a Summon Rush, we pulled Killing the Lucky, and I wasted my pity on this unlucky piece of blank. Then we had the 2x on Ancient Shards, and we got Elder Shard, fantastic, Contra, fantastic. So what does that put up? It's 4 now. And then during the BOGO event last week on one Sacred Shard, we landed twice, and we got BOGO, buy one, get one free. Buy one, get one. We got Lugan, who meh, and then Shamrock, who could be worse. But yeah, it's just cool. We got 6 legendary champions in the past 6 weeks, and that's not counting, Herndig and Versolve, and, we fuse Ruel. So we've been hot in the gold department, so it was about time we cooled off. And look at that, 16 Void Shards. I haven't pulled Void since the last 2x. So you see, when you save, it's still gonna be under 20 probably. Who knows? We got another 2 weeks. We'll see. Guys, I'm sorry if this was a little hectic, a little chaotic, but I've got to go enjoy my vacation. And I wasn't looking for. Let me make sure this is filming. All right, it says it's filming. I'll go back and watch it, make sure there are mistakes. Thanks a bunch for watching. It's free to play, free to click. I would suggest you subscribe if you have yet to do so. It's no skin off your back, and it'll make me pretty happy. So maybe do that. All right, guys, I will see you in the next one.
Fastidious.